Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading that I've posted for the beginning of the month of January. And Aquarius, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Aquarius, we still all have a little bit of Aquarius in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is it in? That's where this energy shows up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so parts of it will or will not resonate with you. And if you're watching this in the future, go back to when it was posted and it may give you some more insight. All of my readings reach you exactly when it's perfect time for you. I have already shuffled the cards. I'm just giving them a quick shuffle and there we go, a cut, and we will begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. Oh, we got soulmates, Aquarius. So the Two of Cups represents soulmates. So this is like a divinely guided lover or partner. It could be someone that most of the time it does represent romantic love. However, soulmates can also be someone that comes into your life to empower you to be or do what it is you love. And that energy is also could be you with your masculine and feminine qualities coming together so that you can be the best version of yourself. Do you want to come up here, Stella? Come on. That's a good girl. Okay, my cat wants to join in on the reading. You're a good girl. All right, so this is the underlying energy, and then I'm going to get an underlying energy for the internal forces. So this is what you have control of. The internal forces come from within you, and this is like what would keep you awake at night asking, oh, if I do this, what if this happens? If I don't do this, what if that happens? That kind of energy. The rebel. This is the rebel with a cause energy. The Knight of Wands is pure Sagittarian energy. We just left the sign of Sagittarius about 4 days ago, and we moved into Capricorn. So there was a new moon on the 20th of December, and that was in Sagittarius. So some of that energy might still be driving you forward here. So the rebel with a cause is a knight, and they're coming in with some form of communication. In the old days, the knights worked for the kings and queens, and they brought communication in. And they would travel for miles to deliver information, and then travel miles back to give the king or queen the answer. And so this energy nowadays, they would have always been male in the old days, but now this could be a female as well in her masculine energy. All of the characters in the tarot are actually archetypes. So it's not so much about gender, but about masculine and feminine energy. And we have the rebel with a cause has a big red plume on his helmet, and that indicates that he can be a hothead and a little bit fiery. That's the sign that the element that he's carrying is the wand of fire. And he's learned how to rein in his emotions so that he's not, he's more in control of himself. And this energy represents someone who really loves the mysteries of the world, of the pyramids, etc. And so this energy is talking about loving adventure with a soulmate. That's an awesome way to start off a reading, Aquarius. So, okay, this hopefully is in the past now, because this is regret over a love situation. So this card is talking about spilt milk, or as wine may be the case. And generally, this card can represent being in a relationship where you have given someone 3 chances and 3 strikes, you're out kind of energy. This can also show that there was 3 people involved in a relationship instead of 2, and there's spilled wine that you can't recover, and then there's another cup of whatever that is. So belonging outside of this union. And this person's really focused on these 3 cups that have spilt, and there's no way of recovering this because it's already spilt into the ground. And so it would be best to turn around, focus your energy on the 2 cups that are left standing and move forward with that. So perhaps this could indicate this was in the past, the present, or the future. My readings are all timely, so whenever you come across it, it could be it's either the past, the present, or future. And having said that, in the past, you may have thought you were with a soulmate and it didn't turn out and it ended like this. Or in the past you had this happen and now you've met a soulmate and you have a new flair, you're ready to give it another go. you're willing to let give love another chance. That's the energy. Except then the devil comes in. So this may be about someone that, and for some of you that you just met, that's tempted you. And actually, maybe they've told you that they are not part of a couple, but they are, that kind of energy. So, because and there's regret here, so it won't work out well, but it's driven by passion. So let's see what this is about. For some of you, it's past energy. Some of you maybe just met someone, and if you have, make sure that they're telling you the truth about whether or not they're in a committed relationship or not yet, because that's the energy that's coming up. So the Devil card represents temptation. And this is 2 lovers that are chained to the box of Saturn. And this is really deep energy. And it's talking about like these 2, the chains aren't that tight, but they are yoked. So they've made a decision together regarding temptation. And with the devil energy, you're never going to get the truth from the devil. So I always cover it with a card, because the devil either is going to send in a minion or God's going to send in someone to protect you. So let's see which it is. The Magician comes in. So this could be some sort of energy of as above, so below. So saying, okay, now there's a soulmate coming in that has been divinely guided to you. But this also could, sitting on the devil like this, mean that there was some black magic done here. And it's kind of like the energy is like, the Magician is the first card that you come across in the Major Arcana when the Fool begins his journey. It's card number 1. You pick up the tools. They're meant to be used to bring what's in heaven down to earth and cause all this beautiful garden, etc. But sometimes people get caught. The Magician's also wearing a Ouroboros, which is a snake or a dragon head chasing its tail. So sometimes people, instead of the infinite potential, they get caught up in an infinite loop of potential. Owing the devil, right? And so this energy is not, someone's in a lot of regret over something that they've done in a relationship. And we're going to see what that's about. And this is your internal boundary. So you may have either be feeling in regret because you were tempted, or you your partner was tempted and you're feeling this way. So the universe is offering you a new cup of love. So okay, so that's what this is about. And you're like sitting there and you're disappointed and you're like, I don't know if I ever want to love anyone ever again over what's happened here. This could be, I really feel like there was some cheating or something in the relationship. And this is your internal boundaries. I feel like you're in regret more because your partner did this, because you're not, or you might be in regret because you did and you ruined what was a soulmate relationship. Take it whichever way it goes. And it was because you lost your mind for a bit there. Like, you were all hot with passion and you felt like this was a move to make, or your partner went and down that road. Either way, there's these 3 cups are represented here. There's nothing that can really be done about this. It was severe enough, I feel like it ended the relationship. And now the universe is saying you could have another chance, and this time it will be your soulmate. So I feel because this is here, that it could represent that it was your partner that did this, but this is what you have control over. So we're going to look into it a little bit more. We have the Empress here, and so the Empress is pregnant with possibilities, and she also can represent a pregnancy. So this could have been, as far as God's concerned, every child is a gift from God, and I feel like this threesome may have created a fourth person in the relationship. So that could be that with the Empress showing up here. The Empress represents, okay, you can come back. Be quiet now, Stella. The Empress represents someone who's pregnant with possibilities, but it also represents someone who could actually be pregnant. She's the generator of the energy. She is the one that is like a divine partner. So this would represent this soulmate energy, someone that was supposed to be perfectly matched for you. And she is sitting on her throne, and she is pregnant with possibility, or she could actually be pregnant. And I'm getting that it was not expected because of the disappointment here. So I don't feel that it was within the couple. It was the two. There was a pregnancy from the person outside of the relationship. And we have, so the Empress actually embodies all qualities of all four queens in the deck. So this is someone that would be the perfect marriage partner, someone that, is very strong-willed and has, her thoughts are beneficial. Her energy is that of someone who's easy, loves deeply. She's someone you can have trust, and she's actually supposed to be the best marriage material you can find, really, because it's all four queens rolled into one. Now recognize this female, even though it's a female here, this could be a male in their feminine energy. But I feel like you either are in regret because you had an Empress and you mishandled it, and now you have someone else pregnant, and that's what you're in regret, because this relationship, I feel like, is no more. And you're looking at, oh, this is what happened because of this. And this can also represent the three people involved in a relationship that should have been two, and now there being another coming in, the pregnancy. Okay, so this is pretty messy. And so there's a communication coming in now. And this is from the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords energy is this is someone who's in a rush, and this can talk about fools rushing in. So I feel like that, this is a passionate knight, and this is a fool rushing in kind of energy, or someone who's angry, totally in their emotions. And look how stressed out the horse is. So it's kind of and they're running through barren land. So it's kind of an energy of losing everything kind of energy. The communication coming in that, the relationship is over. That's the kind of energy it's coming up as a communication of that. And then, there used to be two, and now there's only one, moving forward as one person rather than two. Whew. So keeping in mind also the Empress, and then can be a male in her feminine energy, and the Knights can be females in their masculine energy. So it just depends on which way maybe it has come for you. So this was meant to be a divine partner, and it's no longer you've exited this portal right here, and you now are moving on in a new way. So let's see what that's about, Aquarius. Are you the one that was the Empress that was cheated on, or were you because the Empress she doesn't cheat on, she doesn't need to, because she already has everything she wants kind of energy, She could be in reverse, but it doesn't, it is more likely that the universe gave you this soulmate and it was mishandled, or your partner mishandled you, whichever way it is for you. Let's see. We're not all perfect. We make mistakes here. So let's look at this. This is talking about the energy that you identify with now, really being disappointed and in a lot of regret. And then we have your abundance. Like there was a lot of abundance here, but the problem was there was temptation. And yeah, it didn't work out that well. And then we have the communication. This is like, yeah, I feel like this is talking about like there was a pregnancy caused by this, and there's a baby coming in, and this is the emotional foundation of this union is now done. Like I feel like this is over. This is about, you know, Kaputski, and this is, yeah, your daily life, your daily routines, and all of your habits are, you know, they're changing now because this is no longer a partnership. That's the energy that's coming in. So bottom line is that either you cheated and got someone pregnant or became pregnant, or your partner cheated and got someone pregnant, that kind of energy. There's a lot of regret all the way around. Let's say again, babies are always a gift from God. So the regret isn't about the baby so much as it is about the conditions under which the pregnancy became. And then we have this energy here of, the burdens of your actions or the burdens of other people's actions. This also can be about reaping the harvest. So the seeds that you plant that grow into wands can be full of fruit, and they can be very heavy as you're about to take them home. Or this could be having to carry the burdens from other people. And this is in the external forces. So this is saying the actions of your partner have caused a problem for you, or your actions have caused a problem for your partner. So this is the external forces, actually. That's the underlying energy of the external forces. And then, okay, so then this is confirming this. This was another lover came into the relationship. Look how similar these are. And now they're chained together from this pregnancy. That's what's happened. So the temptation was regarding another lover in this relationship. And whoops, we're going to put this over here. And there was maybe some like dark magic used, some sort of energy here used that wasn't on the up and up to accomplish this. That could be like the person that you cheated with wasn't on the up and up, and or the, you know, vice versa. So this energy is talking about both. I feel that this was supposed to be a divine couple, but the energy here and the temptation and going for it has caused it to be a disappointment, regardless of which side you're on. And then judgment is being called. Yeah. So this is talking about ancestors and descendants. I really do feel there's some like that there's a baby coming through because of this. And that, you know, because this represents the ancestors waving to the descendants across these troubled waters. There we go. So there's just been a lot of judgment from both sides I'm getting, and also from the Most High. It's kind of like, well, like, you know, whoever was not cheated, you know, like, whoever was in this couple and was not cheated on, God is going to make sure that there's a new lover sent. The judgment's been made. This is over. There's no more chances here. And the Empress steps in. So look at that. Now the Empress is going to have her Emperor. And remember, this can be a female in their masculine energy, and this could be a male in their feminine. So this is clearly you dropped the ball, or your partner dropped the ball. That's the energy. And so the person that was doing the cheating and the pregnancy that happened, that is now your burden to bear. And the other person is going to meet their equal. And it will, the empress will meet an emperor. Now, keeping in mind, this isn't about gender, it's about masculine and feminine energy. So like the empress, the emperor is coming in, and the emperor is all four kings rolled into one. So this is a very steady person. He's wise. He understands life. He's all about performance. He's at the top of his field no matter what he's doing. He wears his armor under his robe, so he's always ready for action. Like he's sitting back and he's chilled out, but when an opportunity comes up, he's going to be ready to grab it. And maybe he's had his eye on this empress, but he was in a relationship, or she was in a relationship, and now that's over, and here he comes right after this judgment. Hello, you're my empress. And unconditional love. This is the most, so this queen is the Queen of Cups is about the most marriageable of all the queens. This is the most maternal. This is someone that loves unconditionally. She loves her family. She loves her husband or her partner. She loves her life, everything about it. And she has a lot of love to give. She's like a container of love. And this is a kind of love that the Empress would give, and so now she's met her match, or her match has met her. So this is good. This is good energy. And then we have, hanging up the swords of the subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind. So these are all the thoughts, all the anger, all of this energy it's talking about having, letting it go, releasing it. The Capricorn energy that just came in is also ruled by Saturn. And this is about ambition and moving forward and climbing that mountain to get what you want, the life you want, what you've always wanted in your world. And it's also talking about creating your reality. So the mind has been hung on the wall, subconscious, unconscious, and conscious minds. We're not thinking now, we're going by our intuition, prayer, and meditation to decide, okay, what's going to happen here? Is this queen going to accept, or it's the empress, but is that empress going to accept the emperor's offer? Or is she done with love? Like, that's kind of energy here. And this is going from on an external level. This is about moving forward after being in a time of going inward, meditating, praying. And on the stained glass window here is the word Pax. And Pax, Stella, Pax means the energy of, sorry, my cat, she's trying to jump on the table and mess the cards up. She's really liking this reading. She's acting so weird. So we have the sword that is representing putting the mind down and picking up the pieces, I guess, of this and moving forward and having peace of mind over it now. And then we have, the High Priestess sit next to God on her throne. And this is talking about the information of sitting in between two extremes. So this has been an extreme situation, but now there's peace in it. And so perhaps the partner that was in this relationship with this other person is now, they've got a child on the way, and they'll make a new life with them, and the Empress finds her emperor. So, it kind of has a way, life has a way of working its way out. And that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here. The soul is satisfied, as well as the energy. And so perhaps when that relationship began, it seemed like it was like a divinely guided romance, but it wasn't what it really was, And so that happens. You may have noticed that that happens in life. But the good news is the Empress the Emperor has found his Empress, and she's willing to take the love. And there's a child in the world now, and maybe that couple is together now, and they've moved on in their way, and you've moved on in yours, or you've moved on with this other person, and this Empress and Emperor are now going to get together and move on with theirs. So it's not the most beautiful love reading in the world. The reason why I'm still not convinced of which way this was is because this is your internal dynamics. This is what you had control over. And so it's like these were your decisions kind of, And I feel like you maybe were, if it was coming from your side, then you were disappointed in yourself and you regret the pain that it caused. That kind of energy. But it caused everybody to move on in a different way. And this energy is talking about commitment, marriage, and partnerships. And so this is coming from the external forces. Like after this happened, there's a new lover coming in, and that might have been the divine one now. And because judgment has been called both in the spiritual realm and down to earth. So this is about death and secrets, like the death of the old and secrets coming out and judgment being called on that. And then this is also, this energy here is about higher learning and travel. So if the Empress and the Emperor get together, that is for sure a divine couple. That is, or it's someone that God is sending in to ease this disappointment. It's life, There's no use crying over spilt milk, though, because when this happened, the Empress was not going to put up with that kind of energy. I don't feel like it's not Empress energy to be in this, and that's kind of on in your court here. This is how this position right here is your emotional foundation. So it may have been your partner, and now you've met your Emperor, or vice versa. But I have a feeling that it's kind of worked out because for both sides of it, and let's just strengthen that baby is well loved, and understood that that's a gift that came in. And so we have in this position here, like the career, reputation, and public image. So this is about when the Emperor gets together with the Empress, then everything comes together in a really strong way. And this is about new friends, new blessings, and new life, and new energy. And this is the house of spirituality. So it's about really having gone inward. And I feel like this was part of God's plan. Like when this happened, that okay, then right away, this Emperor is going to come in. And this is going to be the strong relationship that the other one was supposed to. Maybe the other one was more based on lust than on true love. And sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. If you're enjoying this reading, please do give it a like and comment. I really appreciate it. It allows my channel to grow faster. And I'm going to clarify this. I want to see if maybe we can get a better grip on what's happened here. Of course, if you're in this situation, then you would know. I just want to clarify it just for everybody here. And the cards I'm using are from my oracle, Tales from the Vector. I have a website, talesfromthevector.com. That's TAILS. I'm just shuffling as I talk here to sync these cards with these ones. And the energy so the Tales from the Vector energy is big dragons from the Intergalactic Federation of Light, and they're from the future, and they've got crystals and all of that. So if you in the description box below, I will put the cards in the order, the number of the painting that's in the order they are in the website, in the order they appear here, and you can look them up if you want to. I began it in 2007 and I completed the 64th painting in 2020. So I'm just working right now with everybody online to gather the information to write up the book that goes with the actual tarot deck, because I want to bring it out now. I'm excited about it. And okay, so this is the card that wants to come out. So we have in this clarifying this energy here, the soul partner. So yeah, it's talking about. I feel like this came in, and there was maybe it was an immaturity in ability to be able to really tell the difference between lust and love. That's what I feel. And so it seemed like, oh, it was really all that, but it was more based on passion than it was on true love kind of energy. And, you think about teenage boys, it's that kind of stage of life, very impulsive. And, they fall hard, teenage boys, when they fall. And once they've had that experience, it's, it means a lot to them. And then we have the Pisces energy coming in. So this is about authority. And yeah, I just feel like there was a lot of immaturity here. And, this could happen because this is saying that it's not about age so much as it's about the energy. Like, this is kind of the Pisces energy is more like a masculine old boys club kind of view of life, that kind of energy. And coming in kind of a hothead and, just kind of not really. This was more about what you wanted at the time. It was impulsive, and then it seemed like it was love, but it was actually more based on lust. That's just the way it was. And so this is about using your intuition next time and being intuitive about it, not just, just going, driven off passion. And then we have this is talking about this made a transition in the relationship. It ended the relationship. But the death card just represents transition, and it also represents birth. So that, again, is confirming. I really do feel that this brought in another baby here. And we have, the mother's worry on the disappointment. So whoever was pregnant was very concerned. And that's, the energy of the... because maybe when the baby came through, this partner was disappointed that she was pregnant, that kind of energy. But I feel like it'll all work out in the end. Babies are always gifts, no matter how they come in. And then this is the Empress is representing what the Emperor always has wished for. And this is also talking about having a really good attitude and being willing to work with the energy, go inward, and really heal from it. And then falling and failing in love is a matter of eye. So this is about your heart chakra. And I just feel like it was just lust mistaken for love kind of energy. The difference between falling and failing in love is a matter of eye. So, it's not knowing what you want, really. And maybe not having the experience in your love life where you can understand the difference between passionate lust and love. And then we have, on here, we have, like this energy is moving on, and this is, gathering insight from this. So with, this energy could be that maybe this couple that was together, now that they're having a baby, they'll be more responsible with it, and they were more matched to each other than the Empress is now matched more with the Emperor. And then we have, like in 2026, this card's been coming up in almost every reading. This is talking about being able to speak your truth and really saying what it is you want if you do get into a relationship with a lover, and really having that harmony, that true harmony. When the Empress and Emperor get together, it's like 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. 1 + 1 equals infinity. And then, okay, and then being mature enough, the Libra stage is when people are actually mature enough to make that decision to get married and to be in that position where then they can anticipate their life together rather than having expectations that one or the other or both of them can't live up to. And I do feel there's nothing like a baby coming into someone's life to really make you, take a really good look at yourself, because you have to mature, you have to change your attitude, because now you have, a baby that's counting on you. Sometimes that is the biggest gift that someone can ever have, is having that forced responsibility on them. And so that energy, and so then, so the Emperor is like coming in and they're like, hey, this is perfect for me. I've always like maybe he's had his eye on you for some time, but you were married, or you were in this serious partnership, that kind of energy. Or maybe the Emperor's, it was his partner that got involved here, and, that energy is coming together. And then we have this energy being on the young adult and really being able to, Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So this is about being able to actually make a strong contribution. And this can be about, really taking a look at what happened in you. Come here, Stella. Come up here. You can come up here. Come. I don't know, there's some really loud banging noise outside and she's really afraid of it. It's okay, honey. Come up. I'm sorry. You come up. It's okay. I know. I don't know. I don't know if you can hear that because I have my mic on and it cancels out noise, but the place was kind of vibrating. I don't know what this big banging noise is. It's okay. Don't worry. You worried? I don't know if it got windy out there or what. I'll have to check when this reading is over. But it's that kind of energy coming in, like really discordant, So this is talking about when we're in this disappointed state here and in regret, the Virgo energy is very much this way. Virgo likes things clean. And so sometimes Virgos will be very, the analytical critique, looking back, this is what happened, this is what I should have done, woulda, shoulda, coulda. But then that can really lead to anal criticism. And Virgos can be really hard on themselves as well as other people when it comes to that. That they become very critical of themselves and of other people when this energy comes up. And they have a hard time drawing that line, when is it beneficial critique and when is it going to just do more damage. And then we have the blind spot. So when you go inwards and you meditate, I feel like this was a blind spot with both partners, all four partners like involved on some level here. Because for sure with the cheating, because it's not the blind spot is you don't really know yourself as well as you thought you did, and that you were in a relationship that was not beneficial in the way that you thought it was, or the other person had higher expectations than you did. And I forgot to clarify this energy here, so I'm going to take this off the bottom of the deck. Yeah, there was deception. So yeah, a kiss me good. And there is a hex in the city. So I feel like that when this happened, the energy was kind of like the person that was the lover of the person that was already in the couple was aware that they were in a couple, but they didn't care because they wanted to be with them. And it was kind of like an indifference to what it would cause. Okay, and it caused a divorce. So the Tower came in. But this is sitting right on the spiritual energy. So this is talking about the worst divorce is from source. And so if you're in illusion and you don't really know yourself that well and you get yourself into a serious relationship like this, this happens all the time. And so you're not the first and you won't be the last. And as long, like the best thing that can come out of this is everybody kind of learns from it and moves forward, and they're a stronger version of themselves moving forward, especially because we have a baby involved here. So I do hope you've enjoyed this. Like and comment. If this resonates with you and empowered you in some way, that's awesome. If this is showing up for you, way in the future from when I posted it, look back on when this was posted and see what was happening in your life then, and it may give you more clarity. All right, if you resonate with the channel, consider subscribing. It would be my honor if you did so. And I will be back with another reading for you. I think I will be doing a full moon reading for all the signs, because that full moon on the 3rd of January keeps coming up in all my readings, and I think it might really benefit people. Bye for now.